Genesis 31 is more than a story of escape. It's a layered moment of confrontation, spiritual reckoning, and divine justice. There's a lot we've talked about already, but today I want to draw out some deeper threads that haven't been center stage yet. These speak of covenant theology, household, spirituality, and how God deals with both injustice and idolatry in a single move. Let's begin with this. Jacob flees not because he's afraid, but because he hears God. This matters. Jacob has spent 20 years under Laban's manipulation. He's grown wealthy, but also worn down. The turning point isn't the abuse, it's the command. God tells Jacob in a dream, return to the land of your fathers, and I will be with you. Theologically, this mirrors the Exodus. It's a mini liberation story, just as Israel would one day flee Egypt with God's presence. Jacob flees Mesopotamia with the promise of divine protection. So here's the question. Are we staying longer in bondage because we're waiting for permission from people when God has already spoken freedom over us? Now let's talk about Rachel's theft of the teraphim, the household gods. It's easy to judge this as an idol worship, and maybe it's part of it. But in ancient culture, household gods often symbolized inheritance rights or family authority. By stealing them, Rachel might have been protecting her future or asserting her family's claim. But what's striking is this: God still protects the caravan. He still speaks to Laban and says, don't say anything to Jacob, good or bad. God is not endorsing the idols, but he's not abandoning the people either. That's grace. This shows us something powerful. God walks with us even when our spiritual lives are not clean or complete. His covenant is strong enough to hold while we're still being sanctified. Let us not miss the role of dreams here. In this chapter, dreams are the primary mode of divine communication. God speaks to Jacob in one dream. Then he warns Laban in another. This tells us something essential about the ancient worldview. Dreams were covenantal events. They weren't random. They were moments where the divine intersected with human direction. And today, while we may not rely on dreams in the same way, the deeper principle remains. God still speaks, sometimes quietly, sometimes unexpectedly, but always on time. Are we paying attention? The last piece, the mitzvah, covenant. We often hear it quoted like, sweet goodbye. May the Lord watch between you and me while we are apart. But in the original context, it's actually a warning. Jacob and Laban do not trust each other. They're saying God is the only one who can keep us honest now. It's not a warm farewell. It's legal protection with God as the divine enforcer. This is profound because it shows us another side of the covenant. God is not just our comforter. He is our witness. He is our judge. He is boundary keeper. Sometimes peace doesn't come from resolution. It comes from separation. With God watching over both parties, that's the mitzvah moment. So if you've ever had to part ways with someone without full closure, know this: you can still make peace when God is your witness. Now, Genesis 31 isn't a tidy story. It's deception, confrontation, idols, and mistrust. But through all of it, God proves one thing. His covenant endures. He will speak, protect, and provide even when people fail. He is the God who works with us in our transitions. He is the God who sees everything we can't explain. He is the God who brings justice in ways we don't expect. So let's carry that truth with us into every difficult goodbye, every uncertain journey, and every moment where all we have is the quiet promise. Return, and it will be with you. Well, thank you again for joining me again for another continuing the discussion. If you please, any other insights, drop them in the comments. Please give us a follow. And I appreciate everyone who's tuning into this. I'm really sort of overwhelmed. I'm really, really happy that this is becoming a thing for people to watch on a regular basis. So thank you very much. And if there's anything that I'm doing that could make it better, please let me know. I'd like to be able to do that. So again, I'll be back tomorrow for another chapter. I'm fully committed. I'm going to complete the Bible. It's going to take me probably 3 years, but I'm going to do it. All right? Thank you very much, and I will see everybody tomorrow.